Welcome, moviegoers. How are we doing? Good, good. Do you have your ticket? All right, what do we have here? Real Swell. Good choice. You're going to be in Auditorium 45. It's straight ahead and to the right. Enjoy. All right, Mickey 17. I am just now getting home from the Thursday night screening. This releases tomorrow. Um, as I watched this movie, I'd say about an hour into it, I developed a headache. Now, I don't know if the movie was giving me a headache or some other external reason. But I had a headache for the rest of the movie, actually. But what I did notice about the movie is the themes that were intertwined in this movie. They were polar opposites as they appeared on screen and as they were played out throughout the narrative. This movie feels like at its core, a political satire on megalomania, on colonization. It warns of the ignorance of going to a place and taking for granted the resources and the inhabitants that are already there, while also telling a love story between some of the main characters, while also being such satire that it jumps the shark a couple of times. And I don't know if any of that contributed to my headache or made it worse. The story is one we've seen and heard many, many times throughout film history, throughout literature. It's about, again, not taking for granted things that you don't understand, things that you believe you are entitled to simply because you have the power and resources to take those things, and having an appreciation for the consequences of such actions. Now, there is one thing that I can say did contribute to my headache, and it's one of the characters and their presence, their meaning to the film, and their comeuppance, essentially. It feels as though we can't get away from this trope, and not that it doesn't need to be spoken about. It just seems like every story in this realm just takes advantage of how easy it is to tell that particular story, and it's getting repetitive, to be honest with you. That, if I had one main criticism of this movie, that would be it. The dialogue can be cringy at times as it tries to deliver its message, but it knows that it's cringy, and then it leans heavier into that cringe. And the self awareness doesn't actually help. I believe that Robert Pattinson did a great job. It's funny because as I saw him on screen, I only thought to myself, when is Batman 2 coming out? I don't know what that says about me in this movie, I guess. Uh, it was an interesting ride, I will say. There were comedic elements, I'll give it that. But the themes, it's funny that I've titled this unironically overly thematic. That isn't lost on me. That's my username. But that's how this movie felt. It felt like it wanted to throw every theme of storytelling that it could into this movie, and it was a lot. It was a lot, and the movie was 2 hours and 45 minutes or something like that. I can't say that there was any filler. Every element of the story. I mean, they used the screen time well, but again, it was just so dense with the satire that it was distracting. However, it's not a bad movie. I know it probably sounds like I'm not as enthused as me saying it's not a bad movie, but I enjoyed the experience, but it there's something about it that feels like it just wanted to tell this story for the sake of telling it, and it the vision of the writer and the director on how it was told this time is probably what was more important. It was very creative how they told it, but at the core, it's still one of these stories that we've heard and we've seen many, many, many times. That it's sort of diluted in its message. Thank you for coming to the screening of Real Swell. I hope you enjoyed. As you head out, I've got three things to ask of you. One, pick up your trash. These ushers don't get paid enough. Number two, make sure you are following so you don't miss the next screening. And number three, hit that heart for me. I'll see you all next time. Make sure you've got your ticket.